What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today is Tuesday, October 10th. Damn, October 10th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We'll recap our plays from the previous MLB player prop video and then dive into a few slides. I got two plays that I like for today's two-game slate. So if all that sounds good, stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click that notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me in this channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from our previous day. All right, let's talk about the two plays that we went over in our last MLB video. This was back on October 7th. Feels like an eternity ago. Took the under Merrill Kelly 5 Ks, and then we took the over Harper Acuna hits, runs, and RBIs combo. So let's start with Merrill Kelly's strikeout props. First of all, if you had a Dodgers stack or if you played Kershaw on any platform, it was a bad night. Bad night for your lineups. Man, Kershaw looked really bad. I can't recall ever seeing an athlete just look that bad at his profession. It's not like he was out there playing basketball and he's not a professional basketball player, so you expect him to not be a good basketball player. He's regarded as one of the top pitchers in the MLB and was in contention for Cy Young this year at some point, and is capable of shutting down games. But man, he just looked old and he looked hurt, and his fastballs were not fast. Curveballs were not curving. It was bad. It was a really bad outing. It was almost like watching a UFC fight and waiting for the referee to stop the fight, and they're not stopping the fight, and you're like, the guy's getting crushed in there. Stop the damn fight. Throw the damn towel. Dodgers did not throw the towel in soon enough. So what a bad night. Oh man, that was just very difficult to watch as a fan of professional sports. So Merrill Kelly under 5 Ks. I say all that to say Merrill Kelly went over 4.5. He stayed under 5, or he pushed at 5. We liked the under at 5, and then the line got bumped down to 4.5. I said take the under at 4.5 because I believe that was still a little too high, assuming the Dodgers were going to, hit the ball at all that game. And wasn't the case. So Merrill Kelly stayed in 1 out into the 6th inning and got his 5th strikeout. So it pushed at 5 and went over at 4.5, and that was very frustrating because I really did not expect him to come out for that last inning, and he did, and he only came out for 1 out, and he struck out Jason Hayward, which that's how it goes in the MLB. So we pushed, or you went under on that one. Harper Acuna goes over the 3 hits, runs, and RBIs line. This one did not play out the way I thought it was going to play out. Nonetheless, it hit. Harper did all the work. Harper hit a home run. He had multiple hits. Acuna did nothing in this game. And so really, you could have just taken Harper's fantasy score and all of Harper's stats or props for that game and probably had a good night, because he did a lot of damage in that game. And again, Acuna was nowhere to be found. So that's how those combo props go. We think it's going to be, an even split, 2-2 or 1-1 or something like that. Sometimes it's one guy doing all the damage, but bottom line is the prop hit and we took the over on it, so we made out well on that one. Overall, we go 1-1 on the day with our 2 picks. We move into a new day, 2 new games to talk about. I got 2 player props, 1 from each game. So without further delay, let's transition into the next slide and start going over the 2 plays that I like for today. All right, prop number 1. Let's talk about Marcus Semien over 6.5 hitter fantasy score, 333 batting average versus Dean Kremer with 1 home run. So positive history versus this pitcher. Nice BVP today for Semien. Semien also hitting right-handed pitching really well on the season, batting .274 with 26 home runs, 80 singles, and 83 RBIs. So Semien been busy, been productive this season versus righties. And then in this series, something I just wanted to point out, in these 2 games versus the Orioles, Semien's averaging 5.5 at-bats, 5.5 at-bats. So high upside, high opportunity. And the reason you want to take note of that is at bats are like snaps in the NFL. The more snaps you play, the more potential you have, the more opportunity you have, right? Same thing in the MLB. Okay, the more at bats you get, the more opportunities you have to hit, to drive in runs, to do something productive. So if he's getting 5 at bats pretty much in every game, that's a lot of opportunity and a lot of upside for Semien today. That just makes me like the over on this prop even more. So first prop of the day, we're going over 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Marcus Semien. All right, last play, second play, last play of the day, Christian Javier over 4.5 strikeouts. Now, I know this is a guy that we picked on during the regular season, but Javier feels like this is a different pitcher than what we were seeing earlier in the year. So Minnesota ranks dead last in the MLB in whiff rates of right-handed pitching. 27% of the time they are striking out versus righties. This season, Javier, 0.98 K per inning pitcher. Good news is, over his last handful of games, he was averaging roughly 5 innings. In a few of those games, he went well over 5 innings. So 1 strikeout per inning equals 5 strikeouts. That is exactly what we need today. And then one thing I want to add to this. So Javier ends the regular season really strong, all right? Over his last 5 games, averaged 6.4 strikeouts. And then over his last 10, he averaged 5.2 strikeouts. A lot going for him here. I know this game is on the road versus a Minnesota Twins team that their bats are alive right now. But it's the playoffs, it's MLB, and you go with the props that make sense. Not necessarily the props that are the prettiest or the shiniest, and this one is definitely not a shiny prop because the Twins are capable of putting up crooked numbers in a heartbeat. However, Christian Javier is in a good spot today, so I look for him to come out and average 1 strikeout per inning today. Give me the over 4.5 strikeouts for Christian Javier, and that is going to be our second and final play of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as these 2 plays that we talked about in today's video. As always, thank you so much for stopping by the channel, checking this video out. If you're interested in seeing the complete slip that I will be using with these 2 plays along with today's taco, be sure to check it out over in the free player prop Discord. That link is in the description of this video. Best of luck to you all should you play any of these plays, tail any of these plays, and until my next MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.